What is up? I'm going to be doing the predictions for 286, UFC 286 Usman versus Leon Edwards 3. I have my notes right here. Let me just put them up on my other screen. Okay, for the first fight of the night, we got Veronica. I did her name switch. Veronica Hardy versus Juliana Miller. This is in the flyweight division, the women's. Hardy is coming off of 4 losses out of her last 5 fights. She's 5'4" with a 64-inch reach, and Miller is 4-1 in her. Shouldn't he have 4 fights? Oh, this is grappling. Well, it says she's 3-1, so we're just gonna skip that. She's 5'7" with a 66-inch reach. So for Veronica, in my notes I have for the pros, she's a solid striker with good movement that pushes forward. The cons, the takedown defense is not good, and she really doesn't have a good ground game. And for Miller, the pros are she's a good grappler with pretty good takedowns and has good subs and good ground game. The cons is the stand-up is not the best. So if she cannot get Hardy down to the mat, she'll probably most likely lose. But I could see her grinding out a decision. She gets her grappling going, gets the takedowns. She could get a submission or a ground and pound knockout. But if I'll lean towards anything, it would probably be Miller by decision or Miller by round 2 or 3 submission. Okay, let's go on to the next fight. It is Jai Herbert versus Ludwig Klein. Jai Herbert is 34, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. And Klein is 28, 5'7" with a 72-inch reach. So in my notes, I have Herbert's pros are very good stand-up with pretty good power and good at range. The cons are not the best takedown defense, also not the best chin. From his 4 losses, 3 out of 4 of them have been by knockout. The other one was submission. And then for Klein, I have very good with stand-up, also has good power, also has very nice kicks. And if he needs to get takedowns, he can. And he's good at controlling his opponent on the mat. The cons are he slows down and he can be hittable at times. So if I would choose somebody, I think Klein could get the wrestling going. If he needs to get the decision, he could get a not a submission. He could get the decision win by wrestling all 3 rounds. Maybe. I feel like Klein could get the knockout on the feet too, because Herbert's chin isn't the best. I'm gonna say Klein by knockout. Yeah, Klein by knockout. We're gonna say Klein by knockout. Let me zoom. How do I zoom into my notes? Give me one. I don't think I can. I'll just highlight them. I'll just delete them. Okay. Next fight is Joanne Wood versus Luana Carolina. Wood is 37 years old, 5'6" with a 65.5-inch reach. And Carolina is 29, 5'6" with a 69-inch reach. Wood is 8 years older. And for my notes, I have the pros for Wood. She's a good striker with nice knees and elbows in the clinch. The cons are her takedown defense is not really that good. And then for Carolina, I have good striker at range and in the clinch. Also has good takedown defense. The thing is for the con is she's not aggressive enough. I think these Woods loss are all from grapplers. Yeah, all grapplers. But I think the age. This is a pretty close fight. But I think I'm gonna go with Carolina. Just because the age, and she's coming off of 3 straight losses. I don't care if it's in England. I'm gonna say Carolina gets a close decision win against Wood. Let me delete these. Next fight is Jake Hadley versus Malcom Gordon. Jake Hadley's 26 years old, 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. And Gordon is 32, 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. So Gordon has a little 2-inch reach advantage. The pros for Hadley is he's good everywhere with decent power and dangerous off his back. Not the best takedown defense. And Malcom Gordon, he's a solid grappler with nice submissions. Also dangerous off his back. The chin isn't the best. And his stand-up is decent at best. So I think Hadley's better everywhere. If it's standing, he's gonna win the stand-up exchanges. If it's grappling, yeah, Gordon's good with submissions, but I think Hadley's not dumb enough to put himself into those situations. Maybe he gets a submission. I feel like he's better everywhere. And I think Gordon's gonna get tired in this fight. I don't know why. I feel like the damage from the stand-up is gonna get him a little gassed. We're gonna say Jake Hadley by finish. On to the next fight. Let me delete this. We got Christian Leroy Duncan versus Dusko Todorovic. Duncan is 27 years old, 6'2", and the reach is not on here. Todorovic, he's 28, 6'1", with a 74-inch reach. So Duncan's a very good he has very good power on the feet. And he's pretty good with the stand-up. The only thing is he's very, very wild on the feet. He throws you could say dumb. He puts himself in dumb situations on the feet. He throws very hard. He wants to finish. He wants to knock out. And Todorovic, he's good with his takedowns. He has nice control on the ground when he's on top. He's also a solid striker with pretty good power in his hands. His striking defense isn't smart. This is gonna be a banger fight. It's close odds. I think Todorovic, if he gets the takedowns, it's gonna be over for Duncan. We're gonna go with the underdog on Dusko Todorovic. I feel like Duncan He's gonna use all his energy in the first round, not get the finish, and tire himself out. And then Todorovic takes out over in round 2 and 3. The pick is Todorovic, plus 170. I could see Duncan getting the first round knockout, but we're gonna go with Todorovic, not to get the grappling, the wrestling going. Next fight is Lerone Murphy versus Gabriel Santos. Murphy's 5'9", or he's 31 years old, 5'9", with a 73.5-inch reach. Santos is 26, 5'9", with a 71.5-inch reach. It's not showing what the odds are. So Murphy, he has solid striking with good power, and he has very good leg kicks, and he's good at range. His takedown defense isn't the greatest, and Santos is good. He's also good with stand-up. He's good with grappling, and he's never been finished. He might slow down in the later rounds, maybe round 2.5, maybe 3. I think this is gonna be a closer fight. Let's see what the odds are. Give me a second. Murphy versus Gabriel Santos. The odds, closing range. Yeah, it should be close like that. It's 175, and Gabriel Santos is plus 150. So his last 4 wins were by knockout. Murphy's. Oh, he got a submission win. His last fight was a month ago. You know what? I must say Murphy wins, but I think the fight's gonna be closer. I could see Santos winning. I want to choose him, but it's his debut. And Murphy's they're fighting in England. I'm gonna say Murphy's just gonna win. It's gonna be close, but I think Murphy's gonna take the dub. On to the next fight. We got Mokaev versus jafel. Filho. Just delete these notes. Mokaev, 22 years old, 5'7", with a 70-inch reach, and Filho is 29 years old, 5'7", with a 68.5-inch reach. Mokaev is a pressure fight wrestler. His takedowns are good. His cardio is very good. The only thing is, he's explosive, but his stand-up isn't the best. And Filho is he has good takedown defense and is good on the feet with very good power. I think Mokaev is just gonna dog this guy. Probably. We've been going to decision, right? No. We're gonna say submission. We're gonna say Mokaev gets a submission around 2 or 3. I could see a decision of just him holding him for the whole fight, but we're gonna say Mokaev 2 or 3 sub. I don't even really need to use my notes for that fight. I'm gonna delete these notes. So we got Sam Patterson versus ashmoz. Ashmoz. I'm gonna call him Patterson's 26 years old, 155. Oh, this is featherweight, right? Or it's lightweight. Oh, I thought it was 145. I just tweaked. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach, and is 27 years old with a 5'9". Doesn't show his reach. Sam Patterson. He has very good boxing with good grappling and nice submissions, and he's very dangerous off his back. But his takedown defense is not that good, and it's very, very, very hittable at times. And then ashmoz, very well rounded with good cardio. He's nice on the mat and on the feet. I think I don't want to keep going with these favorites. Well, Patterson, I feel like he could get the knockout win, and I also feel like ashmoz could get the dub too. He has a insane height advantage and probably a reach advantage too. I think ashmoz is gonna take the win. I don't know how, but I think he's gonna get it done. Because Patterson gets hit a lot. We're gonna say ashmoz takes the win as an underdog. Plus 225. Next fight, this is gonna be a banger. This fight's gonna be a good fight. We got Chris Duncan versus Omar Morales. Duncan is 29 years old, 5'10" with a 71 and a half inch reach. And Morales is 37 years old, 5'11" with a 74-inch reach. Right away, we're gonna say Duncan is a power striker. He loves to push forward, and he recovers pretty fast. The only thing is he's hittable at times, and he loves being reckless. And then Morales, he's a solid striker with decent wrestling that loves to counter. He's pretty low on volume, and I think this fight's gonna go first round knockout for Duncan. He's gonna put those hands on Morales' chin. Morales has been finished twice in his last 5 fights. One by knockout, one by submission. I think Duncan gets the first round knockout because he's wild. He's gonna be throwing those big shots. If one hits, I think he could put him out. Maybe second round knockout. We're gonna go with Chris Duncan to win this fight. Next fight's Jack Shore versus makwan, amirkhani. Shore is 28 years old, 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. Amirkhani is 34 years old, 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. Jack Shore, very good grappler with solid takedowns and takedown defense with good kicks, but his stand-up is decent. Amirkhani, very good grappler with great subs, good wrestling, goes all out in the first round. And if he doesn't win, if he doesn't get that first round submission, he's probably going to lose the fight. He's won 1 out of his last 5 fights. I think Jack Shore is going to be better at the stand-up. The grappling, I feel like he could stay safe and not get submitted first round. And Amirkhani's gonna tire himself out trying to look for that first round sub. And I think Jack Shore could get a finish in round 2 or 3 for Amirkhani, wasting all his energy and going all out. I think Jack Shore takes the dub in this fight. We'll say second or third round finish. Next fight. This is my main event. I don't care. This is my main event. We got Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. Vettori is 6 foot 74 inch reach, 29 years old. Dolidze is 34 years old, 6'2" with a 76 inch reach. Vettori, I would say he's a pressure fighter. He likes putting on the pace. He has a very high volume with his strikes. His chin, he might be the most durable guy in the UFC. He might be the most durable guy on earth. His chin does not crack. His wrestling's good. His grappling's pretty good. He's sometimes, if he's getting dominated, I feel like he gives up in the later rounds. Like when he fought Whittaker and Whittaker. What I call him Whittaker? Robert was putting on a beating on Vettori, and he just was on his knees like begging Robert to not hit him. I think he gives up in the later rounds when he gets dominated. His last one was Paulo Costa, and that was at a catch weight. And he also lost to Adesanya a year ago. Then we got Roman Dolidze, elite grappler. His grappling IQ is on another level than I think probably 90% of the people on the UFC roster. Sometimes he has pretty good power on the feet, and sometimes he slows down in the later rounds, but he has insane power in his hands. Oh, the mic is messed up. No, don't fall. Alright, let me fix this one sec. I guess it's gonna be down. Right there is good enough. Okay, Roman Dolidze, elite grappler, insane power on the feet. If Vettori starts wrestling, it's probably one of the dumbest things he could do because Roman has good scrambles. He put who was the last guy? It was Jack Hermanson in a calf slicer and had him face forward on the ground, just beating him till the ref just stopped the fight. He couldn't even move. His leg was trapped. I think Dolidze wins rounds 1, 2, and Vettori can win probably rounds 3 and 4, and then Dolidze wins round 5. I feel like Dolidze has more chances of winning. Vettori could only beat him in a decision, I think, and Dolidze can knock him out with a ground and pound. I don't think Vettori's going out cold, but ground and pound, I could see a ground and pound KO. I could see a submission. His grappling's insane, and he could also win a decision because if he starts out strong 1 and 2, he could win 1 and 2 right away. Vettori could slow down, but he could also slow down, and he just needs to win 1 out of 3 rounds. So I'm gonna say Roman Dolidze. Lack of the card, Roman Dolidze. Underdog of the card too, plus 220 right now versus Vettori. I think Roman Dolidze gets it done. Too many people are underestimating him. How is this the first fight of the main card? I have no clue. That's gonna be probably one of the best fights of the night. I don't understand why it's the opener. We got Jennifer Maia versus Casey O'Neill. Maia is 34 years old, 5'4" with a 64-inch reach, and O'Neal is 25 years old, 5'6" with a 69-inch reach. Maia has solid striking with good boxing and has pretty decent power on the feet. She's very tough and very, very hard to get to the mat to get taken down. She could be low volume at times, but her striking and power puts cancels out the low volume basically. And then we got O'Neal. She's good striking with very quick strikes. She also has good takedowns and solid ground and pound and good submissions. She loves to put a lot of volume out when fighting. She has decent power. The one thing about this fight is she's coming off of a knee surgery or a knee injury. She just got her knee injured in the Roxanne fight. I think she probably gets it done. If she comes back anything how she fought before the knee injury, I think she should win Casey O'Neal by a dominant decision. This is gonna be a closer fight, but I think the odds are pretty good where it's at. But I think O'Neal's gonna take the win. On to the next fight, we got Gunnar Nelson versus Bryan Barberena. We got Gunnar Nelson, 34 years old, 5'11", with 72-inch reach. Then we got Barberena, 6 foot, 72-inch reach, and he's 33 years old. So Gunnar Nelson is a very good grappler. He has pretty good submissions on the mat, and his kicks are pretty decent. His stand-up is not the best, but if he gets the fight down, that's where he wants it. Then we got Bryan Barberena. He's a pretty good striker. I feel like he's very explosive. He throws good elbows. He's good in the clinch. His takedown defense is not really that good, as we saw from Rafael dos Anjos. He took him down right away and choked him out. Was it right away? Yeah, I don't remember what round it was, but he took him down and he choked him out. I think the Gunnar Nelson's gonna do probably the same exact thing what Dos Anjos did. He's gonna get him down to the mat. Maybe get his back. Maybe get ground and pound. But I could see a submission for Gunnar Nelson. Barberena's good on the feet. I watched when he beat Robbie Lawler, he was losing, then he was winning, then he was losing, then he was winning, and then he knocked him out with those jumping elbow uppercuts. Next fight, another banger: Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Justin Gaethje's 34 years old, 5'11" with a 70-inch reach. Fiziev is 30 years old, 5'8" with a 71.5-inch reach. So Justin Gaethje, he's a very powerful striker. He loves to brawl. He loves to make it to dog fights. The Chandler fight, he was taking a punch, getting rocked. Oh, rocking Michael Chandler back. They were throwing bombs for bombs. They were throwing hard, very hard punches. He has very powerful leg kicks, and he puts out a lot of volume. The thing is, he doesn't fight really smart. I would say he's a crowd fighter. He loves to put on a show for the crowd. And then we got Rafael Fiziev, a very technical striker. He's very smart on the feet. He has very good takedown defense. His body punches and hooks to the body are very, very good. They're strong, quick, accurate. He has very good cardio. I think he has better cardio than Gaethje, Round one's gonna be a banger. They're probably gonna be going at it. But I think Rafael Fiziev can get a finish or maybe a decision win against Gaethje. But this is gonna be a very good fight. I think Rafael Fiziev is gonna put on a very good show and show why he should be fighting for the belt soon. We got the main event of the evening. We got Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman 3. Edwards is 6'2" with a 74-inch reach. He's 31. And Kamaru Usman's 35, 6 foot even with a 76-inch reach. Okay, the last fight. Before I talk about, never mind. Leon Edwards is a very good striker with good kicks, quick kicks. He's pretty good grappling. He's not that good off the back, and he slows down at times in the later rounds. Then we got Kamaru Usman. Very pressure, very pressure wrestler. He wants to get to your legs. He wants to get you down. He wants to get to your body, get you down. He's good in the clinch. He's good on the bottom. He's not on the bottom, on the top when he's controlling you. He's good with control. He puts on an insane pace. The only bad thing I have of Kamaru Usman is he just got head kicked, knocked out in his last fight versus Edwards. So I'm saying it. Usman's getting his belt back. He was destroying. In round one, Edwards won that round. Okay, he got the takedown. He got the takedown on him, right? On Usman. He won round one. Round 2, 3, and 4, even 5, he was losing everything. He was losing 4 rounds to 1. And he got that. I wouldn't say a lucky head kick, but it was a perfect timing head kick. He threw a 1-2 and threw the head kick right after. Perfect head kick, perfect timing. Everything about it was perfect. I was going crazy. I was gonna throw a bet on Edwards in round 5. Before round 5, I think it was plus like 1,500. I was gonna throw a little $10 on him to win 100. It locks. I look at the screen. Usman's knocked out with a head kick. With all this talk, I'm saying Usman's gonna put on a dominant wrestling performance and get his belt back, and maybe he fights Hamzat for his next fight, or maybe he retires as champion, because supposedly he's saying his knees isn't good. His knees are bad. Usman is the pick. If you guys got it to the end of the video, remember to like, subscribe, comment down below who you guys think is winning. But I got my boy Usman, Fiziev, and Roman Dolidze as probably my confident picks. Thanks for watching. Deuces.